Dinobot is probably one of the most interesting characters from Beast Wars. He's a warrior who fights with honor, yet initially he chose the side of the Predacons, who are the least honorable faction between the two, and he spent most of the show just trying to be that warrior he was destined to be, and when he broke his code of honor he sought to fix whatever he could, even at the cost of his own life. And sadly, he doesn't have that many figures. And no, I don't have the money to throw at the Masterpiece one, and I certainly didn't want to go with the Universe one. So when Kingdom came out, I was excited for an affordable Dinobot. And how does he look? Dinobot shown here looks really good. It's not perfect though. His arms are too skinny. And if you know what I'm talking about from the original Beast Wars cartoon, Dinobot was a super jacked character, so seeing him with scrawny arms is kinda disappointing. Especially when you consider the beast mode that he has. Otherwise, I think he looks very much like the character, it fits the spirit of him, but you could also say this looks more like a younger version of Dinobot as opposed to the older warrior that we're all used to. Even the detailing from the beast mode isn't super prominent here. The accessories Dinobot comes with are his tail shield and sword. The sword stores in the tail looks kind of, should I have maybe censored it ahead of time? Anyways, the shield doesn't look too bad at all, it fits the bill and does the job it's supposed to, but the sword on the other hand, it's not terrible looking, but why is it a shade of like a purple pink? Do the toy designers for Dinobot love Cody Hero that much? It's supposed to be silver, and while I could probably fix that, it's not something that I feel like fixing, and I'd rather not have to do that. Ah yes, another upgrade kit! And while we're not going to get a figure of Dinomus anytime soon, I couldn't pass on the chance to make the Herald of Unicron Dinomus. I bought this kit from Larkins Lair over on Etsy, I'll link it down below, and the print on here is super clean too. The only thing that you have to note, again, is yes, you do have to paint it yourself if you want to make it look more like the character, and I plan to one day paint the kit, but you know, oh well. And one more thing to be careful about is the head. It's 3D printed, not cast in resin or normal hard plastic, and it's on a ball joint, so I'd advise caution with how you change the head as well as how much force you use. Nothing on mine has broken yet, it's just a bit of caution ahead of time. Articulation here is pretty good. Again, it's your typical War for Cybertron figure. The only thing above average for a Voyager here is the opening hands, and that's more to accommodate for the transformation and the accessories. The only thing I really don't care for though are the hands, and while they are above average, I wish they had more articulation to wrap around, you know, whatever they held and just not look kinda weird holding whatever it is he wants to hold in his hands. The way the figure transforms is surprisingly less complex than I thought it would have been. No, it's not Baby's first transformation, mind you, but it's not the monstrosity of the Masterpiece figure. I just wish some parts helped clean up a little bit more, otherwise the end result's pretty good. Beast mode is a Velociraptor. It's not a realistic one, mind you, since we now know that dinosaurs were feathered birds, more so than giant lizards. And there's also a really cool fan animation that does reimagine Dinobot transforming into what we now know as a Velociraptor. And, as I said earlier, I do wish this thing cleaned up a little bit more in a couple areas. It's not terrible though, but it's nowhere near a micro masterpiece. As a whole, very solid figure, amazing rendition of Dinobot, but it's not perfect. But I do think at the size and price point, Hasbro did an amazing job. I'd recommend this to any Beast Wars fans or anyone who is new to the franchise. Robo mode, while not perfect, does the job really well, and the Beast mode, pretty much the same thing, and this guy gets a solid 8 out of 10 from me. That's really all I have, so make sure you leave a like, comment down below, and if you're not subscribed, please consider doing so. And if you're so inclined, please follow my social media pages down below in the description. And with that, I hope you guys all have a fantastic day, week, month, life, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye!